Hey everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I just want to go ahead and, I guess you could say, celebrate. I don't know what the right word is. We'll make a video today on Instagram like automation and talk about it because the Instagram like automation tool recently got updated from Bots and Apps. So if you guys are familiar with botsandapps.gumroad.com, it's a service or services where they have all these different kinds of tools. They have TikTok bot, they have Zazzle bot, they have a Redbubble bot, they have a Twitter, they have all these different kinds of crazy things. One of those tools is the Instagram like. And the nice thing about paying like a subscription like this is you pay for the month. Obviously, you're paying more than if you just buy it outright, but you're paying for the month. You get access to the updates and all the cool stuff for the tool. So, I just figured I'd make a video on it. Why not? And I'll just show you kind of how it works and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. Instagram like automation is, I guess you could say, an action that you could do in the automation world to not only gain more engagement, but to gain more impressions, gain more attention, and thereby pushing out your content more to people on Instagram. The way the Instagram algorithm works is Instagram takes signals from other individuals and other people, and based on those signals, spreads it to a larger audience. So Instagram is really, really smart, and their advertising system is really tuned in. And their goal is to understand consumers as much as possible, and more importantly, understand what their interests are. And we find that there's this common theme with all social media platforms, where social media platforms, really their main goal is to understand their users' interests. And the more they can understand their users' interests, the more that they can charge for advertising. Now, there are some caveats to that, and there are a lot of nuances, and there's a lot of things to say to that, but that's just a general gist. Now, I'll give you guys an example from a whiteboard kind of point of view, all right? And everything works in systems when it comes down to social media. Imagine that this is me, right? And I have a bunch of friends. So I have my own circle of influence. I have a whole bunch of different friends, and every single one of these lines represents some of my friends. Well, the things that my friends are interested in, let's just say I have friend number one here. Me and friend number one, we might have something very particular of interest. Maybe it's business, right? Well, I might have friend number two who also might be of interest in football, and I like football, so we're interested in that. But friend number one might not be interested in football, but friend number two might be, and friend number two might not be interested in business, and vice versa. Well, Instagram inherently knows this because they see the content that you react to. Something like an impression, a scroll, a past, or even pausing at a scroll are different things that they take into consideration when it comes down to building their algorithm. So imagine you're scrolling through Instagram, scrolling, something catches your attention, you look at it, and then you scroll away. Well, that's considered an engagement on a certain level with Instagram. Now, they don't tell you this, but this is something that truly exists. That's why if you pay attention, if you create a brand new account, Instagram will put out content that a majority of people have the high potential to enjoy watching. If you don't like any of the content, but you click on one of the photos, in the future, you'll see more photos similar to that, even if you didn't like it, right? Just by clicking on it, just by viewing it, it does that. Well, in the same notion, Instagram sees your interests and how it relates to your friend's interest or your follower's interest. And when I say your friends, it's anybody in your circle, right? You go to church, you go to school, you go to work, and you have people, coworkers, friends, family that follow you back. Well, between you and your friends and your family, you guys all have certain very particular similarities, right? And there are different similarities amongst people. And they know this, like I said, based on your engagement with certain content. So they can put you in certain categories based on your interests. And remember, your interests are always changing. One month you might be really, really into boxing. The next month you might be really into, basketball. Another month you might really, really be into business, right? So things do change. And Instagram takes these hints very well, and they put you in these different brackets, these different folders. So really what the Instagram like tool does is you're reverse engineering this kind of concept of how the algorithm is built. So let's just say, for example, I'm posting content in the religious space. Well, what I would want to do is I would want to engage with people who are religious so that they can just simply view my content. That's the most important thing. And remember, the reason why I say that's the most important thing, because reach is very important. Now, our goal is not just to get seen, we need to get attention from other people, but I'll show you how to do this. So let's just say it's religious content. So I could type in hashtag Christ, right? Let me type in hashtag Christ, like Jesus Christ or Christian, and I get a bunch of hashtags that relate. Let's just say I pick it hashtag Christian, right? And I like the most recent post. Like, I'm engaging with the most recent posts. What's going to happen is these owners of these accounts, even if they don't like or follow me back, they're still going to see my profile. Now, some, don't get me wrong, will engage with me back, and a good percentage will. But the thing is that there are people who are just going to simply see my posts. Well, once again, these people that I'm engaging with, they have fans, they have followers, they have friends, they have family that engaged with them, right? So, like, for example, if I just go on this account and let's click on her profile, whoever this person is, she has 539 followers. And I bet you there are people who know her, who've engaged with her, who've talked with her, that don't follow her, right? So when I engage with her and she engages back with me by just simply looking at my account, that's telling Instagram there's positive feedback here. And what's going to happen is she's going to see my content, but it's not just her, but some of her friends with the same interests are going to see my content as well. And that is the concept of how to grow, and that increases my reach. So let me show you how this works. So the tool, I could click on any photo to start. I'll open up my like tool here, and I'll set kind of my numbers. And by the way, every time you turn the like tool on, it will refresh the page. So I got to go back. I always forget that, but I've got to go back here, and let's get started. I got to go to the feed. That's the most important thing. And the hashtag feed is right here. Let's just give it a second. And we'll click on the photo, and we'll start up the tool. It's already on, so we're good. And I'm going to set certain numbers. Now, you could set whatever numbers you want. Obviously, you want to keep in mind that you want to have at least 30 to 50 seconds in between for each like. And in my opinion, I wouldn't, just to keep your account safe and keep it flowing and doing well so you could do a lot of different actions, try not to do more than 30 in a given hour, right? And don't do more than, let's say, 120 actions for the day, whether it be follows, likes, etc. So I'll go over here and I'll type in, let's just say 5 for now, just for the video, and a delay between 2 and 6 seconds. Now, once again, I don't recommend you set 2 to 6 seconds for your business. I'm just simply showing you how this works because we don't want to sit here for hours trying to get this to work, right? To get it to do 2 likes. So let's just go ahead and click like here. And what it's going to do is it's going to choose random time in between those 2 to 6 seconds to perform a like. So if I was to set the like between, let's just say, 50 and 100 seconds, anywhere between those 50 and 100 seconds, it would perform a like. So at 75 seconds, it would perform a like. At 54 seconds, it would perform a like. At 92 seconds, it would perform a like. And what that does is that trips up the algorithm. That stops you from getting suspended, banned, right? It doesn't stop you completely, obviously, because it depends on how fast you're going and it depends on how many you're doing, right? But that decreases your chance a lot because you're showing that there's a random time or random interval between each like. And that is a human activity mimicker, right? So it mimics human activity. When an individual is on Instagram, they might hit the like button, they might look around, read the post, look through some of the comments, right? Wait a little bit, somebody talks to them, they scroll back, they look back, somebody got their attention, the TV caught their attention, then they click the like button again, then they go on to the next one and they read, you know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what this does. And over time, this has a really, really good compounding effect in the same way that the comments do over time as well. A lot of the times I say if you're going to get into automation with Instagram, and I'll just pull this up just for a point of reference here. If you're going to get into automation with Instagram, if you want I don't want to say instantaneous results, but really, really fast results, you're going to go for the follow and follow. If you want really long-term results and a good bang for your buck, you can go with the like and comment. It's important to have a mix of everything, but just keep in mind that the follow and follow, yeah, you're going to get followers here and now. Like when I say here and now, what I mean is you start using the follow, within the next 5 to 6 to 10 to 12 hours, you're going to see followers come in. And the more you use it, the more followers you get. the like and the comment, you're going to get engagement right away. You're going to get attention right away. You're going to get views go up. You're going to get all that stuff. But the fan base that you're going to build over time is going to increase more and more dramatically over time because you're reaching more and more people. It's like a snowball effect. And yes, all of the tools you will see effect overnight because you will see them actually working. And to prove that they're working, turn your account on business settings and see how the analytics goes up. See how the impressions goes up. See how the views go up per photo that you post. It really does change things. But the snowball effect, if these were the results, it would go like this over time, right? And the snowball effect is really kind of like this, right? So you have a snowball at the top of the hill, and as it goes down, it collects more and more snow. So it gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and so on, right? And the way it works is you might be reaching out to, let's say, 50 people, right? Let's say every 3 days because you're lazy, you don't want to focus on it too much, whatever. But if you keep doing that for a year, your circle has went from maybe 50 people that you've been reaching through your posts, through impressions and things like that, and through your feed, to over time, maybe your posts are reaching 5,000 people now. And I don't want you to focus too much on the likes. A lot of people get really, really caught up with the likes, but the likes are not the thing that makes the purchasing decision. A lot of the times, we as people who get into Instagram automation, we get into it because we want to make money. We want to sell products. We want to get attention to our fans. We don't really care too much about the followers. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who really, really do Instagram automation just for the followers. They don't care about anything else, which is fine. But think of it this way. If you are building your audience over time, what is the most important factor? It's your reach. It's not the amount of people who click on the like button, right? Because a lot of the times, the people who click on the like button are not the same people who purchase, especially when you're not a celebrity in the industry. And let me explain. If there's Kim Kardashian out there, she comes out with a new swimsuit line or something like that. Of course, she's going to get a ton of likes, and the people that like the post are going to go buy, right? Because they're her super fans. But if it's somebody like you and me, and we're not celebrities, and we're not well known, and we're building a brand from scratch, when a consumer finds something that they like, they're going to go straight to the product and purchase it. Not a lot of the times do they click the like button, right? Just because somebody clicks the like button does not mean they're going to purchase your product, but just because somebody doesn't click the like button doesn't mean they're not going to purchase, right? So it goes both ways. So don't get too caught up in that. The number one metric is the attention. And the attention could be seen different ways. It could be seen as your impressions, right? The amount of views you get, whatever platform you're on. But in the case of Instagram, your impressions are the most important. You want to pop up as many times as possible on people's accounts. And if they don't notice you based on a certain post that you post, great. In a week, a month, a year, they might get their attention caught based on a certain post that you post in the future, right? And the posts, the creative is what is really good at that, at catching people's attention. But the tools is what help you reach broader audiences. And that's the important thing. So that's essentially how I use the Instagram automation tool. A lot of people who come from the Instagram world are going to see this and they like the tool, or maybe nobody will see this. I mean, who really knows? But the point is that Instagram automation has existed for a long time, especially like automation. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Bye.